Welcome back to Basin Motorsports for another day here at the shop. Well, today, my new delivery is here. You're thinking, what is in that? Well, let's go ahead and take it apart. I'll get it carried in the shop, and we'll show you what's in all that saran wrap. So now what was in the pallet all wrapped up was a new sewing machine. Now this is going to be an NC6 model from NC Carpet Bonding out of New Jersey. I ordered this a couple weeks ago. It was ordered on January 5th. It showed up on the 22nd, which was Monday. So it took about 2.5 weeks to come cross country. It came from New Jersey all the way down to LA, then up to Portland, so the major distributions. And then it sat there for about a week and a half. If you watch the weather, you know they were swamped with ice and snow, which was okay. The machine got here and we brought it home, and now I have it unpacked. So you can see now I have the table, which was the major piece in there that gives it the height on the packaging. That was wrapped up with the thread holder that is combined underneath the table. It's just wrapped in there, so you can go ahead and take that out and assemble it. Obviously, the sewing machine comes in its own separate box. Now, it does come with a box here with other pieces to the sewing machine. And rather than take them out here, I'm going to take them over the table. We'll show you what I got all included in this whole setup when I ordered it. Now, inside the box, you're going to have various pieces. You're going to have some other pieces you need to install. This is going to be your bobbin winder. It's going to be your tools, wrenches, extra bobbins that come with it. You've got a couple covers you can install for your belt and the other pieces. Now, some of the extras I did order. I had them send me 2 shirts that I can wear in some of the videos coming up. I ordered some extra large bobbins. So this is 10 extra bobbins. They send you the tweezers. I ordered some extra needles to come with it. So this is 4 different sizes of needles based on what I need. You, of course, get an LED lamp with it, your sewing oil, your belt. I ordered a set of extra shears. Now, these are the brand new. I think these are the Italian ones that they were starting to distribute this year. You'll have your parts book. They sent me some catalogs. And then I ordered an extra 1-pound cone of 2 different. So this is a 92 and a 210 black. Something simple that I can just run through the machine, get a lot of practice with on extra pieces. And now I need to start assembling the machine itself to get it together to ready to sew. Now, once you get everything out of the package, you're going to find all your little parts and pieces that go with it. So here's some of the assembly that you're going to need to do to get it ready to go. The back of the machine, you're going to need to put in this little dowel. That's going to go right in that slot. And that is for when you rotate your machine over, it has a spot to rest. This will rest kind of back up in here. You're going to put in your 2 hinges there. There are 2 pegs that go in the base, slide in that way, and then they drop down in there. Now that is your hinge point, so when you rotate your machine over, it'll rotate inside of these pockets. Next, you can go ahead and take out your light that comes in the box. You can just go ahead, it's a magnetic base there, and you can just rotate it down, and it's going to plug in right in the back of your machine. You're going to need to install your bobbin winder, and there's going to be 2 screws already in the base. You can take those out, set your bobbin winder down, and then you're going to put in your 2 screws. So there's 1 here, second one there, and they're going to be close to the rear. When your belt is put on, it's around your machine here and it goes down. You want to make sure that there's a little bit of space between your bobbin winder and your belt. So as your belt rotates, it's not spinning this all the time. If you need to, you can just unscrew these screws and slide it forward just enough to where there's just a little bit of clearance right here at this connection point, this touch point. That way it's not constantly spinning your bobbin when it's pulled back. Now there's going to be 2 guards that come with it. You can put them on if you like. There's a small package of screws that come with it. This is going to cover up your belt. So this is a top piece that goes on the back side of this wheel. You'll have to take out this large screw here, pop off your wheel. This will slide on the shaft. And then this bottom one, you can see there's 2 tabs here. It's going to screw into the countertop here, or the top base, and this will slide over your belt just like so. Now it's going to be your choice. They don't come already assembled, so it's up to you if you want to put them on. I'm just going to keep them separate. I know to keep my fingers out of the belt, so hopefully I won't regret that later on, but pretty easy to do if you want to do it. If not, just go ahead and pack those back in the box and keep them safe. Now, another thing you'll want to adjust is going to be your knee rest right here. Now, this has multiple ways you can loosen these screws up. You can turn this. So basically, when you have your foot on and your knee goes to connect and the knee goes to push on it, you can find where it's going to be That's going to lift your walking foot up off the material as you need to. So you can adjust that. You can twist it. You can adjust the position to make sure that you get the full lift. Now, something cool I do like on this is that it does have a sliding drawer. If you slide out this drawer, you're going to find the cover for your servo motor where the belt goes around the pulley. And installing this little cover is pretty easy. There's going to be 2 screws here. You can just take these out. They're a Phillips screw. Put this on, tighten it down, and it does have some adjustability, so just make sure that your belt itself is not going to rub this cover. It should fit on there and be pointed up at an angle so that it goes right up to your sewing machine. Then while you have all those pieces together, you can then just take your tools. I'm going to go ahead and take my extra bobbins that come with it, all of my tools, all of my adjusting wrenches, everything else. I'm going to go ahead and put that back right there in that drawer to make it safe and easy to where I know what it is. I'm going to go get my extra pieces, all my extra needles, extra bobbins, put them in there, and that way I have everything close by the machine. Check it out. There's a ruler on the front if you need that for any reason. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get this tag taken off here, and we'll do some test sewing with the piece they've already done. Now, before we get to sewing, a couple things we need to do just to get ready is we need to adjust the tension here. Now, our belt tension is going to be loose because they took it off at the distributorship before they shipped it out to test it. So once you have your belt on, you're going to go ahead and adjust this down. You're actually going to force this down. So take this loose, this one here, take this very loose, get it very far down, and then you're going to let the machine drop down. Now, it's going to drop only as far as the belt will go. You're going to tighten this nut here, and you're going to drive the servo motor down. That's going to put some tension on the belt, and that way it will work. Now also notice that your speed is right here for your servo motor. So obviously 0 means it's not going to go. Let me zoom in here. 0 is not going to go. I turned it on to 350 because I like a slower speed just to have some control. You've got 660, 970, 1280, etc., all the way down to 3450. And that is humming for some sewing, but if you need some speed, you can adjust it right there with just a turn of a dial. Now, once you're at this point, you are ready to go. You've already adjusted your piece to be able to lift the walking foot. You adjusted your belt tension, so now that it'll spin the machine. You can go ahead and pull this material out. They do leave thread in it after they've sewn it off, so you could sew a little bit here. I just did a little bit just to test it, to get the belt tension right here, and then I can go from there. Now, I brought in some more material. I'm going to go ahead and switch thread. I'm going to put in a black thread that I have here. Actually, the stuff that came in the box, I'm going to switch that in here, double check that I have the right needle on, and then do some sewing. But everything is ready to go. I've already proven myself with the thread that was in here that this is ready to go. I just now need to adjust for the project. Now, going forth, I have a lot of projects in mind. Obviously, if you've watched the channel, you know I have a Corvette here, so I'm going to do some seats for that. I have plenty of materials here that I'm going to do a lot of samples on, a lot of practicing of, and I'm ready to get started with sewing. Now, if you have any questions on this, I will throw some links down in the description to the NC6 machine. You can also order there the shears that I bought. You can get shirts, thread, anything else there they have on site, and you can make it a bundle, a package together like I did. Order at the beginning. That way you have it all ready when you're ready to go. Any questions on this machine or anything else, leave them down below. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to get ready to get some sewing done and get some project going. We'll sew you next time.